right, you are back with comedian David Boyle, and I'm quitting alcohol. So just before, my wife is working from home. She's in the fucking podcast studio, fucking working, trying to support the fucking family. She's on a fucking Zoom meeting call, whatever. I need to do the podcast, but the recorder is on the desk in the podcast studio / her work fucking area. So I send her a message saying, hey, can I just grab the recorder out? Is it okay if I come in and just grab the recorder? It was a simple message. She's like, yeah, no problem. Come grab it. And in my head, that sort of means like my camera isn't on, just cruise in, grab the camera. Because a lot of the time she'll be on these fucking work meetings and she'll have the camera turned off. Or there'll be some other bullshit on her screen. So without fucking thinking, I just strut into the fucking room, fucking shirt off, fucking tracky pants down to my muff, haven't showered in 3 days, just fucking unkempt, fucking fling the door open, strut in. My wife's in the middle of a fucking meeting. I have a quick look at her screen and I see she's got some fucking document up there. There's a person on the fucking screen. And then I stop, I have a little chill, I play with my belly button, and I fucking look over my wife's shoulder, and I look at her camera, and I'm like, fucking, who's that fucking half-naked dude next to her? What's going on? That's a fucking pretty sloppy rig the cunt's got. What's he doing in this shot? And then I'm like, fucking, he looks a little bit like me, and then I'm like, oh, fuck. And the chick in the meeting has just stopped speaking and is just staring like fucking jaw agape. My wife's like, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm like, oh, fuck. And I fucking bolted. I grabbed my fucking recorder because the potty is the most important thing. And I fucking bolted out the door. If you put that on YouTube, it'd get a fucking million hits. Just some fucking slob in the background, just fucking half nude, just loitering around in the background while there's a fucking high fucking octane meeting going on. And then my wife, and then she came in, she's like, what were you thinking? I'm like, your message sounded like fucking, hey, just cruise in. Yeah, everything's all good. This is what she wrote. This was the conversation. Babe, can I come grab my recorder? That's not even what I wrote. I didn't even fucking write that. I wrote, babe, can I get my recorder? I didn't even read it word for word for some fucking strange reason. Anyway, she goes, yes, kiss. And then she goes, come in and take it, sweetie, kiss. And so I strut in. That whole thing happens. And then I run back to the bedroom and the next message is from me. It says, oops, kiss. I thought you meant I can cruise in shirtless and grab it. Kiss. And then my wife storms into the room and she's like, what the fuck were you thinking? I'm like, it sounded like I could just cruise in. Like nothing was going on. It was all like real loose. She's like, you knew I was on a meeting. I'm like, yeah, I know. I thought your camera was fucking turned off or something. She's like, even if that was a possibility, fucking put a shirt on, all right? And I'm like, fucking, I just did some kettlebells, so it's not that fucking bad. I popped out like fucking 40 kettlebell swings today and a couple of arm presses. So it could have been worse. You know what I mean? It could have been yesterday when I had fucking 4 tacos at fucking 11 p.m. Things could have been much, much worse. I don't know what I was thinking, actually, why I just cruised in there shirtless, looked at the screen, chilled for a little while, saw myself fucking nude. I really don't know what the fuck I was thinking. I haven't really been thinking at all today. I've just been in a fucking daze. My brain is not fucking working today. It hasn't been for the last couple of days. I just realized I haven't fucking taken fish oil in about fucking 4 days. That's the problem. My brain's not lubricated. I need to get on that. Anyway, it's fucking Monday again. It's just fucking the same shit over and over, isn't it? You do fuck all during the week, then there's a little bit of a fucking weekend. Then the next thing you know, it's fucking Monday and you're back at basketball with the fucking ADHD kids. Several people have said to me I've got ADHD as well recently. One of the listeners in Edinburgh, he's like, fucking, thanks to the podcast, man. It's meant a lot to me. Blah, 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 blah. And also, you've definitely got ADHD. I'm like, fucking what? He's like, yeah, man, you're fucked. You're definitely ADHD. And I'm like, well, fucking, what am I going to do about it? I'm not going to medicate for it. So being ADHD to me doesn't mean a lot. It just means I'll fucking never be able to get anything done unless I start doing meth. I might fucking just go to the doctor and get a diagnosis just so I can blame my fucking mess on something. That would be sick. Imagine I go in and they're like, yeah, you've got ADHD and I'm afraid you're fucking quite autistic as well. I'm like, fucking life imitating art. Life imitating art. Anyways, fucking Monday again. It's Ask Boyle time. So if you have a question that you would like answered by one of the greatest minds of the generation, comedian, philosopher, crane driver, Le Boyle, then send it through to my email, boylecomedy@gmail.com. I'll have an Ask Boyle section on my website very soon, but my fucking ADHD is preventing me from even sending the message to my man Kev to get it up there. So for now, just fucking email me. Again, it's boylecomedy@gmail.com. Anyway, this week's fucking question has come from fucking the one and only, the fucking mischief maker himself, the craney from my London gig. So the craney who was fucking yelling bullshit out the whole time during my fucking London gig, turns out he's a fucking good lad. He sent me like 1,000 apologies. He didn't fucking mean it. He was just sauced up. We've all been fuck me, we've all been there. Anyway, I don't even know if he thought this was an Ask Boyle, but it's now an Ask Boyle. So his question is, the craney's question is this. I could do with some advice on how to quit alcohol. This is not what he sounds like, by the way. I would like some advice on how to quit alcohol. I stopped doing drugs years ago, so if I gave up drinking, what the fuck would I do? My life would be miserable. I don't smoke, and a man needs some sort of vice in his life. Well, Craney, you have come to the right place. For starters, you don't need a vice. You think you do because you've never lived a life without one. I thought you need a vice as well, but you don't. You just need to accept you're never going to have fun again, which is fine. You're an old cunt. You don't need to have any more fun. You've had all your fun. You stopped having fun in your early 30s anyway. If you're honest with yourself, you actually stopped having fun in your mid-20s. So just accept there's no more fun. That's fine. I haven't had any fun in 3.5 years. And look how happy I am. No one wants to see old cunts having fun anyway. Unless it's like a dance or something. Having a fucking dance at the nursing home. That's cute. Tell you what's not cute? Fucking spewing down the front of your fucking shirt in public. That's not fun for anyone. So that's the first thing you need to get out of your head. You don't need vice because you don't need fun. Not the fun you're used to anyway. Not that high octane fucking fun. That is over once you quit drinking. But you have incidental fun. Like, I go to jiu-jitsu, I have fun there. I look at people fucking who enjoy dancing and they do it sober. That looks like fun too. They look like they're enjoying themselves. Fucking cunts go out fishing. They look bored as fuck, but they tell me they're having fun. You know, there's plenty of fucking other things you can do. So the first thing you fucking need when you quit drinking is you need a creative outlet. I've said this a million times. It doesn't have to be fucking painting. It doesn't have to be drawing or anything, but you need to do Something creative that gives you some meaning so that you don't fucking fall back into the fucking drinking. It can be anything as well. Fucking cooking, jiu-jitsu, fucking kickboxing, painting. It can be painting. Learn an instrument. Learn something new. Fucking go to university as an old cunt. Who cares? Exercise. Just anything. You need to pour that energy into something else. Otherwise, you're not going to have like the foundations in place to be able to fucking withstand the storms that come without turning back to the booze. The other thing you need to do, I was just speaking to another listener earlier who's done his first year sober. Congratulations to fucking Paolo/Ryan. So I was saying to him, basically, even after I had quit drinking, like all the other vices started picking up, the darting, everything. I've said this before. Darting, sugar, eating, jerking off, scrolling on my phone. Everything fucking ramped up. It wasn't until I started exercising and meditating that things changed for the better. So just quitting the drinking isn't enough. You got to go out there, fucking move your body, exercise a bit. Look, I know you're fucking in the crane industry and exercise is not the highest priority of most cranies. It's hard to get cranies out of the fucking cabin. Hey, can you just come down here and hold this beam steady for a second? Nah, mate. Nah, mate. Fucking can't leave the cabin. But you got to exercise. And don't try and fucking break any land speed records either. Just start with fucking... Just start with a 10-minute fucking walk a day. Every day. Just go for a 10-minute walk. Crank it up to 20. Go back down to a 5-minute jog. Just fucking use time. You're going to have lots of time if you're not drinking. So use time and just chip away. Eventually, that fucking 5-minute jog will turn into a 20-minute jog. Then you got to fucking start doing weights and fucking other things. You'll naturally want to start doing more and more anyway. And the same goes with meditation. Just sit there in silence for fucking 2 minutes. Don't even try and meditate. Just sit, cross your fucking legs, sit in silence. Don't try and fucking follow your breath or anything. Just sit down for 2 minutes a day in silence. That's it. Do that for a week, then make it 5 minutes the next week. And then do that for a month. Do it for a month. 5 minutes, just sit there in fucking silence. That's it. And then if you can do that, gradually you'll fucking start chipping away at bigger things. So that's it. The first thing is just fucking be honest with yourself. Just say, I've had enough fun. I've had enough fucking fun. All you're doing is chasing the fun dragon anyway. Nothing will ever be as fun as like your early 20s or your teen years or anything like that. So fucking stop trying. Anyway, I hope that fucking helped you out, big fella. That'll do for today. If you're enjoying the podcast, give it a fucking share around with your friends, family, loved ones. Hit me up on social media. I'm Boyle Comedy on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. And I'll see you the fuck later.